A Nigerian national in his 30s has been arrested and detained at the Ewutu District Police Station for allegedly, I don't know why they're using the word allegedly, because he's been identified and arrested, raped a 15-year-old girl in a bush at Nkwantanan Teachers City in the Gomwa East District of the Central Region.
Even though I know they will still catch him, because right now in Ghana, it's as if the people themselves are aware that there's something going on. Every single street, every single corner, Ghanaians are mounting cameras. All right, so hi there. My name is Lillian, for those that are new, and to my returning viewers, I appreciate you for always coming back. Kindly give this video a like and feel free to hit the subscribe button. So in today's video, I want to react to the video of a Nigerian Igbo man that are a PE and underage girl here in Ghana. Before I took a short break, I talked about it, though I said I didn't want to do the video until I get the video on a verified news channel or a blogger that I can trust. Not to say the rest are not trustworthy. Anyways, let's get into the video.
This article, dated August 19th, 2025, reports that this thug, Nigerian national, was arrested for raping a 15-year-old. A Nigerian national in his 30s has been arrested and detained at the Ewutu District Police Station for allegedly, I don't know why they're using the word allegedly, because he's been identified and arrested, raped a 15-year-old girl in a bush at Nkwantanan Teachers City in the Gomwa East District of the Central Region. And folks, this is worrisome because they are becoming more brazen. They are boldly committing their crimes. It's no longer behind the scenes or under cover of night like the Ashawo and Yahoo Yahoo. According to reports, the incident happened while the victim was returning home with her younger sister after accompanying a senior apprentice from her workplace. The suspect allegedly dragged the girl into a bush, covered her mouth, pulled a knife on her, and forcibly raped her. So the victim's mom, Cecilia Krampa, added more details during an interview. According to her, the 15-year-old victim, of course, is her daughter, and she's a seamstress apprentice. So the mom apparently is a seamstress and is training her daughter to become one as well. The mom says the 15-year-old's senior mate had paid a visit, and at about 6:30 or 7ish p.m., she and her younger sister, who is about 7 or 8, went to see off the senior. On their way back, that's when they came across this Nigerian thug. Apparently, he lives in their neighborhood. Folks, listen to this. He is in the community, so they know him. He actually talked to them and asked them where they were headed before pulling out a knife and kidnapping and dragging the 15-year-old away. When the younger sister tried to fight him off, he pointed the knife at her, and that's when the little girl ran off to get help. Can you imagine living with such an animal in the same community? And when we voice concerns such as these, they are brushed aside as disturbances and a storm in a teacup. Really? The rapist tied up and gagged the victim so that she couldn't scream for help, and then raped her. But there will be no deportation of these riffraffs causing harm to Ghanaian citizens, because there's a promise that there will be no mass deportation, quote unquote. Make it make sense, someone. The younger sister managed to escape and sought help from an Okada rider, but the rapist fled before they returned. The rapist went into hiding after the act. This all took place on July 13th. So he went into hiding after his criminal act. However, with the assistance of Emmanuel Dogbe, assemblyman for the Budumburum electoral area, and some of the young men in the community, the suspect was finally tracked down and handed over to the police this past Tuesday, August 19th, 2025. And kudos to all who worked tirelessly to apprehend this monster. Folks, this is untenable. Ghana is becoming increasingly unsafe. These are Nigerians testing the waters, trust and believe, to see what they can get away with. Because how do you do this in broad daylight in front of witnesses. How? This lady just narrated how she was nearly kidnapped in a trotro-like van. Not too long ago, another lady, the same attempt was done. These are things that are alien to Ghana and will not allow them to take root here. The way you've destroyed your Nigeria and you cannot live there, it's not going to happen in Ghana.
I keep telling you guys that we are bored here in Europe, and I cannot travel to anywhere, especially Africa, due to the level of insecurity in Nigeria.
If the little girl had not escaped to go get help, ladies and gentlemen, just close your eyes and imagine what would have happened. You heard clearly in the video, this guy is someone that is not a total stranger to them. So the girls knows him. Is a familiar face around that community. Since he wanted to essay them at a knife point, and if he had succeeded in doing it, he wouldn't want to leave them alive knowing that they knows him and they are definitely going to talk. If this guy had succeeded in essaying these girls, he would have want to cover up his crimes by unaliving the two girls, even though I know they will still catch him. Because right now in Ghana, it's as if the people themselves are aware that there's something going on. Every single street, every single corner, Ghanaians are mounting cameras. Close your eye and imagine what would have happened to the Nigerians living around there. By the time they would discover he is the brain behind it, nobody is going to ask, which part of Nigeria are you from? What tribe are you? A Nigerian at that point is a Nigerian. Nobody is going to listen to your explanation that you do not know Chukwueze. You are not his family member or his tribe man. Just before the protest happened, something similar happened here in Ghana. And online here, I saw the video of women protesting on the streets saying, Igbo must go, Igbo must go, Igbo must go. A lot of people didn't know the origin of that video, but let me tell you for free. That video happened somewhere around Botiano as a result of the unaliving of a Ghanaian national, a 34 years old Samuel Kofi, by a Nigerian boy and his Nigerian mother, because they've lived there for a very long time. So their neighbors knows that they are Igbos, and they took to the streets and they were saying Igbos must go, Igbos must go. A lot of people brushed it off and said, oh, this is politically motivated. These are Muslim people, so it means they are partnering with the government of Nigeria against the Igbos in Ghana. They made it seem that way. A lot of people, I saw how people reacted to that particular video, but this is the origin of that video. So that video happened as a result of the people around feeling angry by how they took the life of a 34 years old Ghanaian man. He has committed no sin whatsoever against his unalivers. The only thing he did was he was nice to have allowed that woman owe him money. The mother of the boy that called people to come and stab him to unalive. Do you understand? That is the only sin he committed, allowing her to buy goods on credit. So when it was time to pay, Ifeoma refused to pay. The next thing, the son called some boys. Before you know it, they used a scissors on him. That led to his death. So the people around there, the Nigerians living there, had to run for their lives because Ghanaians wanted to take a revenge, at least for this one that they saw with their eyes. Because they felt like, no way, this is too much for us. We can't take it. We've heard so many things. But this one that happened right in front of us, we're not going to take it. A lot of Nigerians that own businesses around there, up until now, they are not fully back to business because they cannot come out. And when you talk about it, they'll tell you, oh, stop generalizing. Who is generalizing you? We are calling Chukwueze out because he's an Igbo man. And you guys, it feels like since Chukwudi couldn't succeed because Yeah, I mean Ihenetu was trying his best to make sure that he provokes Ghanaians to anger. He tried, and he knows what he was doing because he saw the videos that Ghanaians were making, what they were saying about him and how uncomfortable they felt about his activities in their country. But he continued because he wanted to push them until they get to this point. Now it's beginning to look like, oh, that Ihenetu own is not going to work. So Chukwueze had to do this to contribute to what Ihenetu have done. That way, Ghanaians will not only be provoked to anger, but they will be mad and say, okay, enough is enough. Even their leaders will say, okay, you know what? We've tried for you. We've defended you. We ignored our people. But you know what? I'm sorry. Come and be going. That is what they wanted to achieve. Who knows who is out there trying what not right now, just to be able to support that. And here I am wondering if some of you, my fellow Nigerians, have made a lot of money or whatever, you want to leave Ghana. Why don't you just go, pack your bags and leave? So the rest of us that still want to be here can be so in peace. We don't have to be forced out of here because of how some of you cannot behave yourselves. It is unfair. When they talk, the first set of people that will come to the comment section and try to insult somebody, blackmail, threaten, are people from the same place. What's your problem? Now, listen to me, my Igbo brothers. No, you're not my brothers whatsoever. Listen to me, my fellow Nigerians, especially the Igbos of Nigeria. Let me tell you something that you don't want to hear. A lot of my fellow Nigerians from the Igbo tribes hate to hear this. Let me let you know that some of you are actually amazing, hardworking, resilient, go-getters, industrious, developers, inventors, everything, including the things you and I know you're zero at, you're not good at, which is number one of which you are not good at, is developing. Yeah, you guys are industrious, you do everything right, you're good, you are the number one, you are the best in the world, the favorite tribe of God, God's number one tribe, people of Israel. Yeah, which is good for you. Congratulations. But what about accountability? You have to work on that because it's affecting everybody. Now, you have to work on your accountability skills. It is very important as you go out there to develop, build, as you build the economy of people's nations and regions and states, even though yours. Yeah, as you do all of those things, remember to take responsibility for your actions, especially the actions of your people. That way, people like me will not call your name again because I will have no business talking about you. I'm doing that because I'm a Nigerian. And if any of you comes around here and commit any crime, people knows me as a Nigerian. They are going to come here and start disturbing my peace. Do you get it? So if you're angry that I call your name, I will do that until you stop. Yeah, because, man, you cannot be putting all of us in trouble all the time. It's either Chukudi, Ikedi, Ijoma, Choma, this one, child trafficking, this one. Other tribes are doing some things that are not right in Ghana, but your own is just like, it's as if you own the 80% of the crimes in Ghana. So to avoid having anybody call your name or someone like me talk about you, then take accountability by doing it yourselves. Come out and call your people out, criticize them, get them arrested, report them to the police, call them out, and I will stop. Otherwise, or just stop committing these crimes, basically. If you don't stop, we'll be talking, all right? And you will continue to complain, oh, she hate the Igbos. I don't know why. Why don't you like to be hated? What are you afraid of? Nothing is wrong with being hated. Just hate and stay in your houses. Don't near me. That's all. Now, if they send all the Nigerians out of Ghana, how is that going to benefit you? No, I want to know, how is that going to benefit you? Nothing. You're not going to gain a thing from it. Instead, it's going to be more chaos because some of you cannot go back to your hometowns because you cannot go back. So please allow us to live in Ghana in peace. I beg, I beg you. Now, I'm happy that this guy have been arrested, and of course, this is Ghana now attempting to RAPE at a weapon point in Ghana. I'm happy that this guy is currently at Nsawam prison because here in Ghana, they do not delay. They catch you today, you go to court tomorrow. Next tomorrow, you are already convicted and you're good to go to prison. So I'm happy that right now, is there in prison. No shortcut. Now, before I end the video, let me remind you that that guy that unalived the 34 years old Ghanaian man, him and his mother are nowhere to be found. The Ghanaian police service nor the Nigerian police force have been able to arrest them. These people are out there on the run. I believe by now they've settled in another country or probably in Nigeria, and they're just going on about their lives while people are here suffering for the sins that they committed. They have not been arrested whatsoever. No justice for Samuel up until this minute. The only sin Samuel committed was to have allowed his neighbor buy goods on credit, which is something that is relatable. When you are out of cash, your neighbor can, allow you get goods on credit, and it is expected that you pay when you can afford to, or just you pay whether you can afford or not, because you should pay. You are supposed to pay right at the very beginning. When Nigeria must go finally happen, I hope that it will make you happy, because some of you will come and say, it's not only in Ghana now, even Ghanaians too, they commit crime. For me, I've not said Ghanaians do not commit crimes. Commit your crime in your own country. Allow Ghanaians to do their own in their Ghana while we do our own in our country. I'm done with this video. I'll be at the comment section to remove your front teeth. So bring it on, and I'll see you in my next one. To-dos.